I just want to take a quick moment to take a look at using HTML comments. This is only going to be a short video, but comments are really important to know and use. A comment is basically an area where we can type in some comments or notes to both ourselves or other developers who may read our code. This becomes more important in larger projects, so we can better understand what is going on inside of our code, or to jog our memory if we return a few months or even years later. To add a comment, we need to include the following syntax into our HTML file. So let's say above this main section, we open up the angle brackets, just like a HTML element. Then we add an exclamation mark and then 2 dashes. And you can see already that all this section afterwards has changed color. Then we close this off by adding 2 more dashes and then closing off the bracket. Inside of here we can add our text to make a comment. So let's say main section to display products. And then we can save that. Now if we refresh the browser and if we go to the main section, which is this all items section here, we see that the text is not rendered to the screen like the rest of the HTML. Also, comments can be over multiple lines too. So instead of having this all in one line, we can do something such as, let's go to the very top here, at the start of the body. We can open up our comments and close this off just the same. We can maybe do a temporary to-do list. We'll say number 1, create the shop.html page. Number 2, add CSS styling. And we can go on over multiple lines. And again, by saving and refreshing, we can see that these comments aren't at the top of the page. Comments are also useful for removing lines of code too. For example, if you wanted to change a product image, so if we go down to the first product, which is this game controller here, we could just add a comment like this just before the image element. So just the same as before, open up the bracket, the exclamation, and 2 dashes. And you can instantly see without closing this off that all the remaining code afterwards is commented out. So just give that a save and refresh, and then we can see anything after that image has been removed from our website. But we just want to comment out this image, so let's close this off just after the image element. So save, and then go down. So all of our content is added back in, except this image for the game controller. So I'm just going to undo these changes and add the image back in. So save and refresh, and there's our image back in place. So this syntax we use here of the angle brackets, the exclamation mark, and also the 2 dashes is only used when commenting out HTML code or when using HTML files. Other languages use a different syntax, but they work in exactly the same way. We'll look at how comments work for other languages later, but for now, let's move on to looking at HTML entities and symbols.